So last time I really went over the main character stats was after we cleared that tier 9 dungeon, and then we had 3 massive sieges that gave a ton of XP. Here's our stats right after clearing the tier 9 dungeon and before the 3 sieges. We're level 25. And here's our stats after those sieges. The only thing that's really unaccounted for is a few failed dungeon attempts where you get a ton of XP because the mobs are really high level. And then we did clear that tier 10 dungeon, plus we get the dungeon rewards that I just kind of added on to reduce the grind. And tier 10's a lot, 10 attribute and skill points. We have quite a bit extra skill points because I did put more attribute points into intelligence. Even with all the extra skill and attribute points that I added on from doing dungeons, we're still going to be lacking in a lot of places. Like mainly we're not going to be able to get 10 leadership, and we might not even go more into leadership. If we want to put more points into intelligence, we can get more skill points, and that can allow us to max out some more useful stuff. I want to max out persuasion for sure. And if we want to be really fast on the map, we can put 10 points into pathfinding, and that will give us a +4 party bonus for maxing out a party skill on our main character. I'm also not sure if you can get trainer up to 11. We have a book that's giving us +1 trainer. You can test that though. Yeah, you can't. So thankfully I can reset changes here, and we'll just leave trainer at 9 and let the book push us up to 10. But now we got to choose like what party skill do we want to get up to 14. Like pathfinding would obviously be really good. Currently with our party we have 8 pathfinding. We're moving at 5.6, but hypothetically if we were to push that up to 14, we'd be moving at 7.5. Also we could max out our engineer skill, which would make building improvements cheaper and take less time. With 7 more tactics and a siege we're about to do where we're sieging against 200 units, we have about 500. It lets us put down 10 extra units and reduce the enemy units by 13. We also can max out surgery for the extra chance that people won't die. Right now it'd be 28% because our medic currently has 8 wound treatment, first aid, and surgery. I'm pretty sure there's a book that can give us +1 engineers, so we're going to put 9 points into that. We have a book giving us +1 surgery, so we only have to put 8 more points into that to max it out. As far as the rest of our points, we can put 3 more into charisma for an extra 1 in leadership to reduce our wage costs and improve our morale, and 1 in intelligence, so we can put 2 in pathfinding for that +1 party bonus. So originally the plan was to take Dragontooth Castle, but I don't think we have the right composition for it. I did a few save scum attempts and it was just not happening, at least with our current loadout. So we're going to abandon that plan, and conveniently over at Xandri, there happens to be the book merchant here, which is amazing because I was really thinking that I was just going to put another point to engineering because I wasn't thinking we'd see this guy again. We're on day like 250 and I've seen him, well, 3 times now I think. We're probably just going to buy all of his books. I think with more intelligence we read them quicker as well. Mechanical theorems would be the engineering, I would assume. And okay, these books are actually the same as vanilla warband books. Mechanical theorems is +1 engineer. A treatise on the value of things is +1 trade, and we could get our trade up to 2 to get that +1 party bonus. Essays on logic is +1 intelligence. On the art of fighting with swords is +1 weapon master, which we don't need. We already have that at 10. And I don't know what this one is, but let's just buy it anyways. I think we'll read all these pretty fast with our, 31 intelligence we have now. So I don't want to go too far from Sartosa right now, just in case some faction brings over like 2k troops. We got to defend it. So we took a ship up here over towards the Mighty Fist, and we fought a lord who actually kind of owned us a little bit. I just had everyone charged thinking it would be kind of free, but it really wasn't. Our troop composition is really weird though right now. We're kind of just leveling up troops, and so we have a lot of low tier troops in the party, and I left a lot of the high tier ones back at base. And as far as what we do here, I'm thinking just toss a grenade onto those archers, onto those ones as well, and maybe onto those ones as well. It didn't kill them necessarily, but it's going to soften them up a bit. And we do have some archers back here somewhere. Let's move our infantry up a bit. And I remember you can kind of cheese this siege in a way because they have this rally point outside. Basically, they have a rally point to send their units up here, and we can just bring all our units right here and just kind of play defense in a way. And they're kind of on offense. We just set our units to just chill right here. Problem is we're getting bowed at by those archers, and they do fire really fast. They do way less piercing damage than like the gunmen. What I gotta do is actually get in here and try to get to their archers. If I can just jump over them. Just glide over there. This is Gimli style. It's real. I watched Lord of the Rings before recording this episode, and I studied Gimli's tactics. So that's how I was able to pull that move off. But yeah, my units are just gonna chill out there while I'm gonna basically solo this probably. Let's solo all their archers for sure. They don't have that many troops here. There only is 177. So it's definitely doable. As long as our units don't all die, and I'll at least be able to get knocked out and we'll be able to retreat. Alright, this part should be fun. I'm using the fist attack, which I don't know. Maybe I'll take out the sword. This one's faster. That freaking shield in the back, like maybe I remove that? Well, I have the fist attack that I can use if I run into a troll, so probably want to keep the shield. It's kind of blocking up a lot of the screen. Yeah, these guys are not paying attention. Yeah, don't mind me. So with all their archers down now for the most part, I'll just get in here and start cleaving. Main thing I gotta watch out for, what are you guys doing? What the heck are you not paying attention? Take out the troll. Man, that thing's tanky. I hit it twice. 3 times? It's gotta be their elite troll. It's like a stone troll. Out. Don't mind me. Man, they are dumb on this siege. This is one of the worst ones in terms of the AI performance. Just stuck it with his butt. Yeah, it was a stone troll. That wasn't the one I hit earlier, I don't think, so I hit him 3 times. I'm doing a lot of damage per hit. Well, this one is just terrible. You can breach them anyways. I don't think you're meant to be able to breach. Oh, that guy still has a bloody booty. Oh my god. I think he must have regenerated his wounds. Yeah, you guys just tank. The troll's gonna not turn around, that's fine too. Alright. As far as what we lost, mainly the surgery skills coming in clutch there, and there are a lot of prisoners we can rescue. We're just going to take them all and we can just dump them in our main garrison. I deferred it, and we got a couple of these stone trolls which we can grab. I think that's the best the orc has to offer aside from their shamans. So I decided we're going to try to take Dragon Tooth no matter what, and that's going to be our goal for this episode. Unfortunately, when we came back to attack it this time, there was another Skaven Lord there. So we went to the northeast a bit, checked out Bloodhorn, and there was too many goblins there. There was like, I want to say 500-ish. We could probably just take Volca's fort really easily though, I'm thinking, because not only do I have 577 troops in my party, a lot of them being really trash. But then we have Lord Volan's here with some units of his own. 2 zombie pirate ogre fire belchers, which is really useful. I'm not sure why he's undead units. I think we originally gave him over an undead castle to begin with, so he's just undead now maybe. We have Lady Eleanor with her chaos dwarf units, not sure why. And Lord Scory, who's a dwarf, has dwarf units. Oh, and here we go, the ogre fire belcher. I can't really see what he's doing because the terrain just not really. Oh, there we go. So it's like a master engineer basically, I think. The thing about doing this is like it's not really gonna yield us much. Like it's gonna give some XP, but ultimately they're just gonna retake it, so it feels kind of pointless. We've taken out 96 of them, and we could just back off and re-attack with more grenades. Or I could just try to just YOLO in there. Let me just take out the trolls if I can. And a troll down. Another troll down. I took like all their trolls. There's only 108 left. I just run by these goblins. Surf them a little bit. We have potions for days, nice. That's actually made it by. Don't mind me, I don't know what you guys are doing. They're just in awe of how I pulled that move. They saw the Gimli in the films, but they never saw it IRL. And okay, we got more units charging. This should be about it. I've killed so many. Yeah, I think this is it. Did I heal? I hate using a healing potion like that. I feel like we're gonna need those for the Skaven. So as we came in over this ladder, the units were just getting stuck here. And they were trying to hit, I think, this dude who's got his foot glitching through the floor. I've been trying to figure out for like the last like 5 minutes on how to do this. We could just retreat, but we lose morale, I think, and we're really low morale. So I was at it for like, I don't know, 20 minutes. I feel like I tried everything, and we retreated. We gained 22 morale, though. I think we actually, okay, we actually won. I didn't have to do any of that. We only lost 3 morale for retreating, and then we gained 22. So we took Volca's fort and gave it over to one of our vassals, which made them happy. So there was kind of a purpose to take that. It gave us some relation with them. Even if we lose that, the relation will still stay. We're now going to try to attack Dragon Tooth again. They only have 196 units and 29 Jezzails, so we need to take those out. The only way you really beat Jezzails, as far as I know, is you got to bring in Jezzails of your own. So I brought in more Jezzails actually than they have, but we have a terrible position, so we're not going to be able to take it. We are going to be able to do some damage though, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to take out some of their Jezzails that are up there sniping at us. The main trick, I think, when doing this is we got to make sure that units are not getting sniped from that tower up there, because they will not shoot at units that are that far back. They will be locked on units that are up here, and they will not lock on units that are behind. You can kind of abuse that in other sieges in a way. I think we're actually abusing that in our main town that we're defending. I feel like the AI is kind of wonky when they attack that, but I don't care because we're at war with everyone, and I don't want to be at this for like a year. I want to, you know, eventually win. But yeah, so we have all our gunners back here, and I don't think they're getting gunned at by those dudes. Those gunners up there might be locked on our infantry that are up there. or cavalry or whatever's up there. And yeah, we have a lot of cavalry that are mainly meant to just be fighting on the field in this battle, but I'm thinking we're not going to lose too many of them. We only lost 9. I could have brought more infantry, but I was thinking we just chip away at these guys a little bit. We killed 18, which is not bad. I think we've killed 18 Jezzails, which is like half of them. We could actually just retreat at this point. We could go do something else or re-attack it. I want to pull our units back before we retreat though, because I think if they're too close when we retreat, they'll get knocked out or killed. Pull them back, I think, enough. Okay, we actually did lose quite a few units on the retreat. I don't think I pulled them back far enough, because if you notice, none of these units are Jezzails, which are really far back, or archers. They're all units that I think were too close to the enemy, because yeah, those units that we lost on the retreat were on top of our total casualties. The main thing though is we only lost 1 Jezzail and we killed 11 Jezzails, so that's actually really good. And we'll just actually attack it again. They'll put more Jezzails at the front and we'll just snipe them down. Yeah, these things are freaking imbalanced. They do 135 piercing damage. They take a while to reload, but the fact that they can just one-shot you if they hit you is, I don't know, that's a good mechanic. It makes it kind of so like no one's safe in a way, which maybe that's interesting. Like magic is kind of that way too. Like no one's really safe with magic. I feel like the Skaven are the only ones that really have that power. Like the orcs definitely do not. Neither do the goblins. They have no range power at all, really. Not against heavily armored targets. The Skaven just kill everything. Like heavily armored targets, unarmored targets. They have AoE to deal with like the, you know, minor stuff. And then Jezzails just kill everything basically. But yeah, I pulled our units far enough back. There's a couple units up there that are still on the whatchamacallit, but it should be far enough back. And we got 12 wounded on the retreat. So kind of surprising. 2 Jezzails got wounded, I guess. On that attack, no Jezzails died. 7 wounded, so that's pretty good. And as far as how we're doing on these guys, they have 10 Jezzails left, which I think they had 30 at the start. We are really bad on morale. Terrible morale. The best thing we do right now is get back in our ship and blitz over to Sartosa and dump everything in the garrison before they have a chance to leave. It's early morning, so we might be able to do that. Let's get in the ship and just go. No, we don't want to go that way. I'm messing up bed. It's morning. I think we're good here. Yeah, we made it. Morale's low by the time we get over here, which is odd. They really need a button to just deposit everything in the garrison though. And they need a button to withdraw certain groups like cavalry and deposit them. Because I've been doing way too much menuing. Like I'm getting carpal tunnel here. It's pretty brutal. We don't actually need to deposit everything, just the Jezzails. I don't care if we lose anything else really. So we stayed here for about a day, and since we have less troops in the party, our morale went back up to average. I think the more troops you have, the harder it is to maintain a good morale. To help improve our morale even more, there's a Skaven lord over here that's following Lord Sir Aristide. We have a few lords over here. That's here's our wages, by the way. They're looking pretty good actually. We're getting 15,000 from Sartosa. Did they change that? Because I don't remember you actually getting anything from towns really. In a lot of mods you don't, which doesn't make sense. From owning a town you get like as much as operating a weavery and dyeworks sometimes, which makes no sense. But if this is actually legit, then that is awesome in my opinion. We're paying 11,000 for Sartosa's garrison though, and that's taking into account the 50% reduction for garrison wages. I'm bringing 2 casters on this battle. They're both shamans, but they're different types. And that's crash. Plague Master Warlock. I talked about that in an earlier video. I think that causes crashes. Thankfully, as soon as I put the shamans in my party, I saved because I knew they could potentially cause issues being casters. So we're gonna try this again. I could just auto-calc it, but I don't want to do that because we have a bunch of Jezzails in our party that I don't want to lose. You need to find the Plague Warlock. It's really hard though, because even though they don't have Jezzails, they do have some gunmen, it looks like, and they do quite a bit of damage. I don't care about oh, they have Rattling Gunners. Wait, I could knock them out. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, freaking A. Come on, get close enough. Yes. I think I knocked one out. Healing potion. I'll just healing potion for the Rattling Gunner. I'm knocking out some good units here. Not one more Rattling Gunner. Ah, our units are going to charge, and this actually might be really bad because they have casters up. Oh, we have a bunch of cavalry. Like, we for sure win this. There's no way we lose. We only lost 2 units there, 25 wounded. So we made it back over to Dragontooth, and there's still only 10 Jezzails here. We're just going to wait for these lords to help us out. We got Sir Aristide here with his Bretonnian units. He's got 1 paladin, and then Lord Scory, the dwarf, and there's one more lord. Lord Boland's over here with his undead fire belchers. They could be actually really good here. I could have also brought our master engineers. I just didn't want to lose them to RNG. But yeah, I want to see if the fire belcher gets off a shot here. There's 2 of them actually in this group. They've not got a shot off yet though. They might not have the range. I could actually manually grab the fire belchers and bring them up. I just grab those guys, bring them up a little bit. Oh, here we go. He missed. He's so big, and I think he's actually a lot easier to hit because of that. Still missing. I think he's like overshooting or something. Come on, you can do it. Oh, there we go. Got a shot in the tower, but there was no one in there, I guess. Okay, we killed 17. I would say a lot of those are their Jezzails probably. So let's just pull back. 2 killed, 12 wounded on the retreat. It's not bad. And I think 1 Jezzail was killed in the retreat, plus we lost 1 in the siege. So it's 2 Jezzails total, and then our allies lost 11 units. The main thing is we killed 4 Jezzails and 6 master gunners. I think on the next attack we can actually just take it. I also got both the fire belchers in their own group. I'm gonna put them back here, just in somewhere that's safe, I guess, like way back here. And I'm gonna have them hold their fire, and I got a special plan for them. Wait, did we break down the wall? Wait, what's going on here? This is like a visual bug, I guess. Yeah, we did actually. So one of the fire belchers ran in and got killed, or he got knocked out. Oh, here we go. Nice. That wasn't even that much damage, to be honest, but... Oh man, I'm 58 damage from 1 Jezzail hit. Norpain soaked 38. Alright, so we killed 23, and our allies are taking most of the punishment actually. They lost 80. 32 of our units in the main party are wounded, none dead though. The 2 fire belchers also got knocked out. They didn't get killed, which is good. We're now having the infantry, followed by the cavalry, followed by our 2-handed units charging in, and I have the archers back here. And I want them to just kind of hold back here. Or maybe we can get them a bit closer. Like, the idea is we put our archers right here, and on the other side of this little wall thing, gate, there is a bunch of units. We just can't see them because of a visual bug or something. But yeah, I do assure you there are units over here that are kind of gunking things up. Can't get up on that box right there. There we go. Good enough. The rat ogre broke it. Who's parrying me? Something with these rats is like, they're so tiny. Oh. Come on, boys. Can break through. I don't know what these guys are doing over here. Well, the boxes are moving. What the heck? So the terrain, like, it can move. That's cool. Break on through to the other side. We have not that many left. They got a bunch of just random crap up on this, whatchamacallit. Everyone just charge. Just in case I get knocked out. I think we win this. We have 29, allies have 7, enemies have 15 left only. What the heck is this up here? Oh, come on, you're not parrying that. Okay, you got that one. Okay, you got that one too. Good job. Oh, you're not paying attention? How do you parry that? Okay, you're a legend. He wasn't even looking at me and he parries. Wow, that guy's insane. Good shot though, whoever got that shot off. Dude, this is an insane castle though. Imagine putting like a ton of archers up here. This would be a really nice layout to defend. Maybe I'll keep this castle for myself. We won. There's a freaking rat hanging over here. Oh, and it fell. Was hanging like that though. It just fell in like the same position that it was hanging. We definitely lost some good units for sure. 128 wounded, 21 killed. Good job to myself actually. I'm the surgeon now. 23 of our allies killed, 95 wounded. That's pretty much all of them, I think. I think our allies are gonna have like nothing left, but we did take it finally. And they had some rat ogres as their prisoners, which is weird. Some Jezzails as well, 2 of them. A lot of Skaven prisoners, which is odd for a Skaven castle. Oh, and here we go. Zombie ogre fire belcher. I can now move them to my master engineer group, and I'll be able to command our allies fire belchers easier. I really wish there was a button to just grab everything. Apparently there was, like if you hit Control A higher, it does in some other mods, and I think it did in this one, but then it's not working in the latest patches or something. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep Dragontooth Castle for myself. I'm first going to defer it, so it does put some troops there in the garrison. I'm not going to plunder it. I think it's already really poor anyways. I'm not sure if that actually affects things if you do plunder it, but since we deferred, we got some troops defending it, and I could put some more troops here. I do think we might be able to hold it with not even that much. We just dumped some random troops there. It's got 111 garrison, but I'm almost certain that other factions are going to come over and try to take it, but we might be able to defend it. It's really close to Sartosa, so we can just grab a bunch of units and swoop in there and defend it if somebody attacks it. But yeah, back at our main town, I'm going to make myself Lord of Dragontooth Castle and its village of Vercuso, and we can enlist some more patrols because because it's been 6 days. The small elite patrol is actually the big one, which costs 6k. You get a lot of units for this though. The best troops around only cost 4k, but you get better quality ones. Like you get the Scar veterans, which are really good, and the Croxigors. And I already showed this one off. Let's just show off the big one. We'll send it to Sartosa. And here's what you get for 6k. The hatchlings suck. Source warriors suck. Veteran warriors aren't great. Spawning champions are still pretty bad. I mean, they're tanky, but they're all really low tier so far. Everything very low tier. Temple guards are higher tier. Red crests are like the highest tier. Skinks, I've been massing these a little bit and I want to try them out. They're really cheap, which is nice. The war riders are pretty good. We'll actually take these just for our main party. Skink stalkers kind of suck. Cold Wind riders are good. We'll take these for our main party. 8 of them. Good cavalry for just basic battles. And then skink warriors. You don't get any like super high tier units like Scar veterans though, or the Croxigors. So I think it might be more worth just to go for the elite patrol. It's cheaper too for some reason. I don't think they meant to do it that way, but it is 2k cheaper. We now have a 1,000 unit garrison at Sartosa, and instead of splitting our garrison, I think we'll just keep it here. And then if Dragoontooth does get attacked by like a 3,000 unit army, we can just not defend it if we want to, or we can defend it. I did try to hire a patrol here and we were not able to, but we can build some of these improvements like a barracks maybe. It will recruit new troops for our castle and only cost 2k and take 9 days with 12 engineering. That's really cheap. Speaking of improvements, back in our main town, the War Academy is going to be built in 4 days, so we'll start getting those Croxigors coming in, and then we'll be able to build more improvements to this town much quicker this time because we have way more engineering, and we're 38% towards getting the next engineering points, which is going to give us 2 skill ups in engineering, so we'll build them even quicker. So we will be able to start buffing up Sartosa and Dragoontooth Castle, and I think in the next episode we're going to try to expand into the Goblin lands and maybe get our vassals some territory and build up some relation with them.